Just do it. Just do
And
it.
we are live. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Okay.
What was that? I need a screen share, please.
I haven't done that. Okay, sorry.
Not yet.
Okay.
So we can also see you.
All right. Here we go.
You want to
There.
see your pokey face? There. Yeah.
Anyway, of course, I forgot to change my clothes from yesterday. I did shower yesterday, but I didn't shower this morning. Anyway, I was just rushing because my boss called this morning, and it was a long one. It was like a 1.5 one. Yeah, and I just forgot to message you guys. But anyway, countdown, the final countdown. Anyway. Anyway, so hello 34. Good morning.
36.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
To you.
Becoming a habit for everyone. No, being a musical is not my dream, guys. So I just
Really?
burst into singing.
I'm a professional shower singer. That's just how I see things.
Oh yeah.
We all are professionals because no one is judging there. Good.
Usually the songs that you sing inside the shower room depends on your mood, right? So one can easily tell what mood are you currently in. Let's say if you're...
Oh yeah, and my tune sounds phenomenal in the shower too. So it's just, with the echoes and everything.
I know. I mean, you can even do like a dramatic music video inside your shower. Oh, unbreak my heart.
Plus one.
You gotta do the fist pump and just
Yeah, and the walling. Don't forget the walling.
Yeah.
like classic music videos, man. You stare out the window and
Yeah. Or crying in the bathroom. Which is appropriately you're already in the bathroom, right? So
yeah.
Staring at the window while it's raining. Classic. That's classic.
The classic one, always in slow motion.
you're like staring at the sky while raining.
Mm.
Shit like that.
And the dude is doing that thing. You know, they're spreading their hands. Like boy bands does that every so often.
They have to. They're being paid for all that wingspan they have.
They do that.
Aww. my wife just said your voice sounds amazing in the shower only when the water is on. Aww.
Did she just compare you to like farting while pooping?
Pretty much.
By the way, that trick, I
know.
just recently learned that trick when you try to poop and then try to hide the sound that you make while you poop. You just turn on the faucet. I only learned it recently. Why no one has told me that? I don't know.
Oh my god. Tito,
True,
you know what? Here's another trick. Isabay mo sa flash.
Yung pag-utot?
Pag the number 2. Like
Yeah.
if you
But I'm kind of an environmental friendly person, so I wonder if I should just do the drums inside the bathroom.
Tito, you know why I said that? Kasi 'di ba, let's say if you're using a public toilet or sa malls, they don't have the pain, they won't give you faucet doon. May bidet minsan. Swerte pag may bidet. But then pag wala at ayaw mo marinig, if you're too conscious and you don't want other people hearing what you're doing, sabay mo sa flash. But you need to time it.
I
right?
know.
You need to time it.
I know. It's hard because actually nowadays millennials are asking for bidets to be a requirement at work. Like Okay. Like you're in good hands if they have bidets in their bathrooms. Hello, Jinbei Tori, Darren. Hey, Darren. Hello, morning, Darren. Chapil Sullivan is here as well. Ram. And how about you guys? Choco Chaco is here. Wow. Hello, Choco Chaco.
Yeah, Choco, what's up, Rick?
Good evening
what-
pala.
What's up? Also, who's mine? Let's see here. Hanzo Beast, old brother, long time no see.
Hello,
Welcome
Chadwick,
to
hello.
welcome to the stream.
Good morning.
Shout out
I hope
to
you like-
my
I hope you
wife.
like our bathroom talk here. Our toilet talk.
That's why
Sorry.
it's in the
Yeah,
beginning.
we want to start it really high. Yeah. The top quality, the highest of qualities. Hey, 3, 2, 1. I don't have
Alright.
it. 2, 1, 0.
All right, happy Wednesday, everyone. So we are back again with another episode. Ale, pabili po ng PS4 dahil malapit na po. Akong bumili ng PS4. Gusto kong malaman, am I wasting my precious money coming in late into this generation of consoles? Pero kung bibili man ako, ano ang mga best tips para makabili o makatipid? Isa na namang interesting na paksa ngayong umaga dahil kami ang parausan bago magtanghalian para sa mga kalmado at apurado. Kinig na sa Tsongporado!
Hey, fellow pirates, come and listen what I say. The captain is a tyrant and I no longer obey. I'm sick of taking orders from the madman in command. So let's drop him on an island and leave him in the sand. Cause it's a mutiny. It's a mutiny. It's a mutiny. And now we're taking over the ship.
Sorry, we can't stop laughing about Josh on that part. But hey, welcome, good morning everyone to our 8th episode of Tsongporado. Today is October 2, 2019 and this is Tito Jopes of obviously Tito Jopes. Take it away, Tito Pabs.
Hello po, Tito Pabs! Bumabate again ng magandang Wednesday morning, Philippines. At kung nasan man kayo, good evening perhaps. This is Tito Pabs of Relax Media. And yes, good evening kay Real Enteng. Go ahead!
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Vincent Isada. This is the Real Enteng. Shout out from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. It is a cold Tuesday night.
Oh.
And good morning, Wednesday morning to everybody in the Philippines. All right, let's do this.
Cold Tuesday night. Looks like you need a teddy bear there.
It's cold. Yeah,
Mm.
it's we're gonna get snow really
Oh
soon.
wow.
Here.
Oh,
I don't know if
was
I
about
don't know
to
if
ask.
I'm jealous or I'm gonna be should I be horrified about the snow or no?
Well, it's not like Game of Thrones
Oh,
snow
true.
or anything like that, but
Canada is coming.
it's yeah, Canada is coming. Yeah, like you get you feel the cold first, and then the snow comes, and then you'd be like you think about Christmas is coming, and then when the real snow comes and
Yeah.
hits,
Especially the cleanup.
that's when you're just
the
like
cleanup is I heard that the cleanup is really a big hassle.
the maintenance is always fun.
As you put it. But what do you know what else is fun? Our brand partners. Rack Gears is the only gaming gear company in the Philippines with dedicated gaming user interface research and development. You can get your gaming gears online by visiting their website at rack.ph. That's rakk.ph, or checking their Facebook page at facebook.com/rack.ph. Rack Gears, kalidad, kisig, kasarinlan. Electronics Extreme Philippines, from the company that will bring you the new Gunbound Philippines. Electronics Extreme intend to develop the gaming industry continually with new concepts and new technology. They are here for borderless fun and experiences. Check out their website at extreme.co.th. Again, that's extreme.co.th. and I didn't write down the third because oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. Hold on, bit.ly. Oh my god. Okay.
Pero gusto ko yung segue dito.
Thank you.
You know what's fun?
This is
I
fun.
like that. That was a good. That was a good
Yeah,
transition.
but it is fun getting delivered your games from Game Express. Game Express is the first and only game store in the Philippines that offer pre-orders with no deposit fee. No more waiting in line. The games you will love come straight to you. Free cash on delivery nationwide. Again. Free cash on delivery nationwide. Find them at Facebook by searching Game Express. That's with an E, not starting with an X. So that's Game Express. I'll actually ask them to have like a more proper URL so that it'll be a lot easier to read. And for our podcasters who are listening on Spotify and iTunes, could identify with the URL. So yes, I finally got through that. That was so how was your morning? Did you finish your task yesterday Enteng? Okay, that's private stuff anyway. So I forgot about that. I forgot that I also hide my work stuff on the show, but
Work is work, and work is done.
And let's keep work done. Yeah. Okay. So, thank you to the 30 people who are watching us right now. Again, this is the Tsongporado show. We usually start at 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And we are also available at Spotify and iTunes. You can search that, search us there. And now we are also available on Google Music podcasts.
Yeah.
You can search us at Google
Yeah.
Music Podcast now if you have Google Music Podcast. Unfortunately, Google Music Podcast is only available in United States and also in Canada. Bummer. Anyway, so our topic for today, one of the best topics that we had recently because it has been very, very requested, very much requested by our audience is it too late to join the PS4 party? Yes, that's awesome. This is something that we talked about last week, right? Because of The Last of Us. And a lot of people think that maybe they should wait up until the PlayStation 5, but they're going to miss out on a lot of good games like we have Death Stranding coming next month. November.
Correct.
It's so surreal to say that Death Stranding is coming next month because it's been a long time. It's been a long time they've promoted this game for a long time, and
It's like a year, right? Like it's been like a whole year now.
well, it's been since 2016 that they announced Death Stranding, and Kojima left Konami 2015 of December. So if you still remember that announcement from Kojima, December 2015, that he is parting ways with Konami and he's joining PlayStation, I was so elated because, well, not because I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but more like, oh my God, Kojima is now free to do anything he wants. He can make a game out of poop, and still people will buy it, right?
Out of thin
Yeah.
air.
Yeah. but yeah. Vince, Enteng, when did you buy your PS4?
Well, I still have the first generation PS4, so but like I waited. I'm gonna say a year maybe after it 1st came out. So, I think I'm like that with any console. I'm not one of those type of people that jump on the hype right away and then find myself I'm kind of limited. That's what I'm afraid of with the getting the PS5 is I'm going to be limited on what's available for me. But yeah, like as for the getting a PS4, I don't think it's too late. They're still successful, and I think waiting for the PS5 is a valid option.
I mean, I could even say it's not too late to collect for the Dreamcast. I still collect for the Dreamcast and the GameCube, right?
That's awesome.
Right? For the GameCube, I even collect for the GameCube, and my PS2 is still growing. My PS2 library is still growing. It actually kind of, I'm actually afraid it's gonna burst out of my closet. Not closet, burst out of my what closet am I talking about? Of my shelf. Yes, my shelf has been bursting with games right now, but The PS4, it's not too late to collect. It's never too late to collect for any system, even for PC, even for
Yeah.
old school PC. There's no like too late unless it's like the nuclear war already or something.
I still buy old PC games if it's available. You know, sometimes I look back for some of my like old childhood favorites that I've
Right. Mhm.
grown up on PC,
Monkey
like
Island.
uh, Leisure Suit Larry. Or no,
Leisure. That's the
uh,
first game you're going to mention. Leisure Suit Larry. That's amazing.
yeah, like like the Jedi Knight series and Total Annihilation,
Red Alert 2.
Oh,
Supreme
it's
Commander. Like
amazing you
I'm a big
haven't
fan of
mentioned
those.
Half
And
Life. Half Life is like one of the biggest PC games.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, Half-Life is
Half-Life.
Half-Life is definitely on my list of
Yeah.
my old favorites too. So like if it's available and especially on Steam, it's like it'll be like $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, just swipe.
When they
You
announced
know,
the
and,
orange box, I just they when they announced it, I wasn't even a gamer back then. But when I saw the orange box, I immediately like snagged it and bought it.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I immediately bought it when it came out.
According to Perez John, may PS4 ka ba, Tito Pabs?
Wala pa po. That's why sabi ko I told Tito Jopes that this episode is definitely for me, not for you guys.
Actually, it may be the case that the audience could actually advise you what to buy, diba? So parang,
Yes.
according to Chicha Season, for companies and retailers, it's never too late. Kasi Clutch, madami pa din games coming sa PS4 kahit i-release yung PS5, kaya it's not too late. And Jinwei Tori EOP episode today. What's EOP?
English only policy.
Grabe.
Where's Darren?
I know. If we play over...
Ay, hindi natin pinaliwanag dito. We haven't explained yet kung bakit wala si Mamita.
Yes. Mamita Darren is actually currently recovering from her from ano ba ta? Basta he's recovering from his infection. Ayan.
Anong tawag doon? Nalimutan ko yung ano. May swelling kasi sa ano niya dito sa may bandang throat.
It's like
at saka
yeast
sa
infection
neck.
but the mouth version.
That sounded so wrong.
Sorry, Darren. I'm just kidding. No. But he has like this swelling thing from yesterday, so he's trying to get that taken care of. So get well soon, Mamits. Ayan.
Yeah, get well soon.
Yes, and Will Parocha, daily dose of Tsongporado. Woo! Yeah, Nia Celis. May dengue din kaya sa Canada. Does Canada have dengue? I'm betting no because dengue is only a tropical disease, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Tito Pabs doesn't have a PS4 yet, but he's gonna get it soon, and most probably he's going to experience Death Stranding soon. So, is it too late? A lot of people say it could be too late because you have already you've already like gone past the conversation when these games were released. Especially, actually one of the craziest periods that I was in. When I bought I bought my PS4 2015, and during that time, The Witcher was like the biggest buzz in gaming. Like everyone is talking about The Witcher 3. And I don't I don't understand why, because I don't know this guy, because people like me who just came into gaming in 2015 will look for the Assassin's Creeds, the Metal Gears, the probably if I could still find a Bomberman somewhere there. No, there's no Bomberman, there's no Contra, obviously, but looking at the titles, they were not familiar. The only thing that was familiar to me was The Last of Us, because I researched the shit out of that thing before I bought the PS4. So and when I came in, there was The Witcher and also Bloodborne. Bloodborne was also a buzz that time. And Bloodborne, everyone's favorite, including Darren's.
I heard a lot. I heard a lot of good things.
Hey, guess what? If we're going to play in Baguio, I'm going to teach you guys how to play Bloodborne, because it's really one of the best games I ever played. So
I haven't played Bloodborne. I only played Dark Souls.
Bloodborne coming from Dark Souls is kind of a different game. I could imagine because my first Soulsy game is Bloodborne, and when I went out to play Dark Souls felt kind of easier.
Oh, is that much
Yes,
harder?
it is because you don't have any
I already
shield.
thought Dark Souls
You
was
don't
hard.
have any shield.
Oh,
The enemies are way faster, and the combat is really fast and really satisfying. But yeah, Bloodborne is like one of, anyway. I'm already talking about the games, but um, me being a late collector myself, I started collecting games like 2015, 2016, and I started collecting for the PS1, for the PS2. Then I kind of reached out to Xbox and my most my proudest collection right now is the GameCube because most of the rare ones on the GameCube I actually have those. So like Fire Emblem, I have that. I have Metal Gear Solid. I love my GameCube collection. What I'm saying is, it's never too late to catch up with gaming, whether it's from one system, from an older system, or whether from PC that you just need to make it work on your new PC. It's never too late to catch up on gaming. Like it's like catching up on literature. It's never too late to catch up on literature or your favorite TV shows. They may not have aged well. It could have the enjoyment factor could have been better if you hopped in earlier, right? Because I mean, you will be just amazed by the graphics. You will be amazed by the gameplay, because you were playing a game of that time. That's
Right.
always that's always the benefit of playing on release or during the release window. But but yeah, it's never too late to still appreciate older games, even with the PS4.
it's always satisfying to show millennials what you used to play.
I know.
Yeah.
I was playing Chrono Trigger, and then people were talking were commenting, why are you playing kids games? And I'm like, hey dude, how old are you again?
It's like you don't know, man. Like this game ruined my life.
Yeah, I know. It ruined a lot of people's life back then. But yeah, the enjoyment of anything, it's always good to be part of the conversation while the form of art was still being released, or it was released during that time. But some better games age with time. I mean, age very well. No, like the SNES games, they age very well. Um,
Yeah.
what else? So yeah, I guess the answer here is: are you late in the PS4 party? Probably yes, because it's already ending. Probably yes, because you missed out on a lot of good games. But it's never too late to catch up, because you still have Death Stranding. If you're going to buy now, and you'll be caught in the storm of Death Stranding memes, Twitter tweets, us keep from us telling you to play it now, probably.
Right?
Yeah, it's
But
true.
don't worry, we won't spoil. Sinumpang tungkulin natin yung hindi hindi mag-spoil.
Yeah.
Dito,
No
I
spoilers
just
here. We'll just boot you.
dito I need to thank Asia and Republic of Asia. Please follow him. Listen to their songs sa Spotify. Di na Akin by Steph and Asia. 50 stars na binigay ni Asia.
Wow!
Hey!
And sabi niya rito dito, I feel like PS4 exclusives are keeping Sony afloat as long as AAA titles are showing up and feeding the PS4 market. The PS4 platform will stay afloat, sabi niya. There's no reason to move out. People are not going to move out, sabi niya. And doon yung market nila may pera ang market nila. Unless mabore ang market or feeling nila obsolete na yung platform, hindi sila lilipat. Which I think it's not. I mean, it's not even close to yung word na obsolete ang platform na PS4. The one thing what I don't have any haven't had any
PlayStation console.
PlayStation before. Yung kapatid ko, yes. Pero the thing is, the reason why I'm saying this, kasi may mga bago pang titles na ginagawa, like yung Death Stranding, and then also yung
The Last of Us.
2.
Yeah.
Oh. how can you say na something is obsolete, 'di ba? Kasi may mga ganyan eh. Sabi obsolete na 'yan.
True.
How can you say na obsolete na may mga bagong games nga na gumagawa? And not just any ordinary game, triple A titles yung mga 'yan. Mga
Exactly.
big time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not
Those are
only
franchise-
AAA, they
franchise
are like the
titles.
most anticipated games of late, right?
Right.
And we have comments again from Rife Von Strangle. Buti nakaabot ako sa Tsongporado. Hi mga titos, welcome
Hello.
back again, Tito Vince. Miss your
Hey, thank you.
English pogi voice. Ayan.
Thank you.
Anyway, Shishay says, because of backwards compatibility, it's best to wait for PS5. Depends actually, which we'll be tackling later on the PS4 buying guide. But at the same time, kasi we still don't even know when the PS5 is gonna be launched. It could be launched in 2021 for all we know, right? And you'll be missing out on Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Right.
That's like the biggest promise of this generation, Final Fantasy VII Remake. And by the way, Final Fantasy VII Remake was my trigger to buying the PS4. Oh, we got stars. We got stars on Sintab. Never say never. It's never too late now. Play PS4. She gave us 10 stars. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sin.
Okay. Empress John says, for sure may bugs ang unang labas ng PS5 at sure napakamahal pa. They are mamaya. I don't know if we could talk about the PS5 today, but that's the thing. We can't talk about the PS5 today because we don't have the details yet, and we don't have the release date. We don't have the games yet. So, I mean, it's hard to actually cling onto hopes for a console that you will invest in the future that might fail, like the Xbox One did. Sorry about the Xbox One fans. I mean, I have the Xbox One X. I had the Xbox One OG, but it did fail this generation because they didn't release much enough. AAA games for their platform, for their exclusives,
Right.
So, I mean, if the PS5 is gonna be that next generation, then it's going to be like, it's going to be gambling for the PS5. You are betting for the PS5 to win or for the PS5 to.
With the Xbox One though, sorry, like I don't really remember the details about the transition between when Xbox One got released. Like, what was it that was they said that was more innovative that they would think that the Xbox One was going to be successful? Like, what did they do that failed?
A lot of people were counting on the Xbox One to be like this generation's winner because the previous generation Xbox 360 killed it. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, with
Xbox
all-
360 was good. I had one, like, and I loved it. And
Yeah, and all its games were like all in like 60 FPS if they needed to be 60 FPS, 30 FPS locked if they needed to be 30 FPS. The graphics are better because it was
Yeah.
easier to develop on. And the PS3 kind of like caught up like latter in the generation, but it kind of killed its potential in the beginning. The reason why the Xbox One failed was because when they launched it, they want to launch it with the Kinect, thus making the
right, that was the yeah.
thus,
I
thus
remember
making the
that.
price point around $400 right off the
And
bat.
I heard a lot of
I
great
wasted my money
things
on the Kinect.
regarding Connect.
Well, the only great thing I heard about the Kinect actually were the dance games, because my
yeah.
siblings are like clamoring for that, but at the time I
Other
couldn't
than that,
afford it.
Tito, wala daw eh.
Yeah, like the what's it called? Like when we got the Kinect, like the dance games, the fitness games were really fun. The only thing that I guess for myself, anyways, like our living room was really kind of compact. We didn't have much room, so the sensor wasn't really catching everything or anyone.
Mm.
And then, we had a house full of kids, so basically everybody just runs through and it ruins your sensor.
I know.
And you can't even play the game anymore.
And,
So
and the thing with the Xbox One is when you come in, you can act. It was actually the first implementation of a smart speaker, kind of.
Yeah.
The way you have Alexa right now, the way you have Apple Home right now, or iHome right now, and also
Yeah.
the Google Pod.
Yeah.
That's actually how the Kinect worked before, and it's actually fun to have Xbox turn on. Just say Xbox turn on and not really pushing any buttons. That's actually innovative. But at the cost of an additional $100 forced onto the customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the customers started noticing also that PlayStation 4 games started what do you call this, becoming better experiences on the PS4 than on the Xbox One, because if you see like a 1080p picture on PS4, you will see a 900p picture on the Xbox One, the OG Xbox One.
Oh.
So it has lower resolution, it has slower I remember it has a slower RAM clock.
Uh-huh.
A lot of things
Yeah,
are slower on that machine basically, and the PlayStation 4 kind of like zoomed past the Xbox One, and that's why they won on the first part of this generation. The latter parts were the exclusives in the announcements. You know,
Mm-hmm.
having like the trifecta of all the dream announcements in 1 year. You have the Last Guardian, which is actually for the artsy fans of the Shadow of the Colossus. You have Shenmue 3, which is a long ass
Oh, that game was so long.
yeah, that game was announced for way too long, like 20 years, and everyone was delighted to see it. One of the first open world games, by the way, Shenmue. And then the
Yeah.
third one is Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is every gamer's wet dream, right?
Yep. I can't wait.
Can you imagine? We can even talk about it. Like it's gonna be released on what, February next year or March?
I think it was March 2020.
Yeah, it's March next year, and it's crazy knowing that I've been a gamer all this time, and I've been this knowledgeable about games again. But Final Fantasy VII Remake hasn't released yet, and we are now finally
Right.
able to buy the actual disc from the store. So, yes. Sexy. Hi, Tina. Hello, Tina. Sexy Tina. Sabi niya, RAM, PS4 pa din. Kahit may Switch na raw si Darren. Though I play Halo on Xbox. Halo is really an enjoyable game. I played a lot of the Halo games here on my Xbox One X. But what else? So that's how the PlayStation 4 won. It's just that I guess I came in at the right time because in 2015, that was the time when everything was announced and everyone was just buying games on the PlayStation 4, like Witcher 3, like Bloodborne. I didn't even know Bloodborne back then, but I bought it on day one. No, on the first day that I had my PlayStation 4.
Right.
Yeah, so, and I feel like it's always good to actually come in 2 years after the launch of the console. But, it could change because, the PlayStation hasn't really done anything catastrophic the past 4 generations, right? Their fan base is so loyal that you could bet it's gonna be successful this next upcoming PlayStation.
Well, my question to you guys is, what is the game breaker for, say, I need to buy a PS5 right away?
Hmm.
What's your game breaker?
Could be
GT7.
GT7, yeah. No, yeah, GT7, yes, GT7. If GT7 is gonna come, for sure, I think it's gonna be a launch title. A lot of there were buzz that the launch title for PS5 is GT7.
Dito,
Yeah,
ayan, ito, mabasa ko lang. Just kidding, sabi ni Asia. Sabi, mag-PC na lang kayong lahat. Sabi niya, pero joke lang daw. And then sabi niya, Xbox One failed also because they didn't connect as much with the international market as far as I know. Sabi. And yun nga, just to tell you a short story, a backstory about my PS4, quest for PS4 ni Dito Babs. The main reason that nag-decide ako na gusto ko ng PS4 is, number one, inggit na inggit ako sa mga tropa ko naglalaro ng Gran Turismo Sport.
Mm.
So sabi ko, I want to play it. That's the only reason why I decided finally na gusto ko ng PS.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, recently, yung mga exclusives nila, exclusive games sa PS4, God of War, Tito, The Last of Us is an exclusive,
Yes,
right?
it is an exclusive.
Oh,
Yeah,
yun.
it
And
is.
Death Stranding, ganun. So, ayun. Ang dami kasi nila exclusive games. Ang gaganda eh. At sadly, sa PS mo lang malalaro.
Sa ano? Sa?
Sa PS4 mo lang malalaro dito yung exclusives. Oh, exclusive nga, di ba?
Ang dami mo na lang exclusive sa PS4. Ano sabi mo? Sorry,
Yun nga dito, sadly sa PS4 mo lang siya malalaro.
kasi
Kaya kailangan mo talaga
exclusive, yes.
Oo.
I know. I mean, a lot of people are also pointing at they getting PS Now, which is a US only kind of well, not US only, but it's also available in Europe. It's an US only Europe kind of service that's being offered to users for you to play The Last of Us, the basically the exclusives on PC, but through streaming. Just like Stadia, just like xCloud. That's how they do it. But I don't know. It's still, there's nothing better than playing the game offline, probably on your TV, on your couch, just getting immersed into that world, right? Rather than like getting lags out of the cloud gaming service, diba?
Right.
And so PlayStation 4, yes, it's not. You may be late in the party, but it's not too late yet. And until siguro the PS5 comes in, then that's the time you're really really late. Like you're too late to like you're late in the conversation at least. But you're not too late to catch up on gaming.
Correct.
Here's a comment from my wife. My wife says, if my wifey says let's buy it, then I can buy it right away before she changes her mind.
Let's buy
The PS5, let's buy the
yeah. It's funny. Backstory with like all my previous consoles, the Wii, the PS3, the PS4,
Yeah.
and it'll be random. And she's like, let's go buy the PS4, and I immediately grab her wrist and be like, okay, we're gonna go buy it right now before you change your
Now.
mind. Yeah, we're gonna do this before you change your mind.
and people do understand that buying a new console is a big investment, right? I mean, not
It
not
is,
only that you're
definitely.
investing on like the platform because you want it to win, but you're also going to buy new games in the future, with the cost associated with it. So
Yeah. Well, I think with the PS5, like from the only news that we heard with the details, like the backwards compatibility is kind of is the big news, right? So, I think that was always been the story with the previous consoles. And like, can we play PS3 games on the PS4? Can we play PS2 games on the PS3? Can we play PS1 games on the PS2? That's always been the discussion, and I think, and for Sony to really finally take that comment to heart and try to implement it in their new console, I think that's going to be the biggest game breaker.
on the PS5, yeah.
For the
If they're
PS5.
gonna support
So-
loading discs of PS3 and also PS2 games,
Oh my gosh.
That's huge.
I'd be blown away. Like
Yeah, totally.
I wouldn't be getting out of my room after that.
Which
that's
game do I
probably
play next?
going to be one reason for you to buy the console day one, right?
Yeah,
Kung pwede siya, pwede mo laro yung PS3, PS2 games.
yeah.
Pero I doubt ito eh.
Actually, I don't because they already have the PS1 and the PS2 library in their PlayStation Network store.
Oh.
And it
Right.
wouldn't be a source of revenue if they already killed off the PS3 right away because the only console that can play those PS2 PS1 titles is the PS3. And it has been dead since last year because the parts and the repair has already been canceled or stopped last year.
Ah.
So the PS3 is dead. How can they get revenue from the PS1 titles, from the PS2 titles, right? They have to make the
right.
next generation a PS1 compatible or a PS2 compatible at least console. So I guess that's what's gonna happen with the PS5.
That would be wonderful for me to play Fight Night.
Oh yeah, Fight Night's Always
Well,
pretty good.
well, there's one thing about the PS2 disc coming in and then reading your disc ad hoc. There's also another thing like what Xbox is doing, wherein you put in your Xbox disc and then it downloads the software from online. The problem is not all of the PS2 games are in the PlayStation Network. Not even 10% of it.
Yeah.
And if they're going to make the PlayStation 5 backwards compatible with the PS2, it has to be internal. It has to be firmware based, not something enhanced from a download from elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Correct.
So that's going to be curious. But at the same time, I mean, why hang on to the hopes of what a PS5 might be if you already have the PS4 in front of you right now?
Correct.
So
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
so yeah, sabi ni Casina Santiago, PS4 can't even play PS3. As if you cared about the PS3 games, Christina. No, just kidding. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, but yeah, a lot of people really didn't care about the PS3 lineup, PS3 library, which I also have a lot of. Especially The Last of Us actually came out on the PS3 first, and then it got remastered on the PS4 later. So I guess that's also what's going to happen with the Last of Us Part 2, right? Or I don't think it's gonna be remastered, but more like it's gonna be ported to the PS5, or it's gonna be backwards compatible to the PS5, and then just enhance the shit out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that has been our first topic. Later, anything that you guys want to add into the topic? I guess we already solved the. We already answered the question. Are you late in the party? Yes, but you are not late. You're not
To
too late
catch
to
up.
catch up to gaming. Yes.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
agree. I agree.
Okay.
Ding 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 ding.
Eh,
The bell.
So now that we are resolved that we can still catch up to PlayStation 4 gaming, the question is, how do we buy stuff for the PS4? So this is actually this is the one that a lot of people are waiting for. This topic. So we could start with okay, what is a PS4? No, just kidding. But
Once upon a time.
once upon a time, there were people inventing the wheel. we're that far back. Okay. But seriously, yes. The PS4. If you haven't seen one, okay, which I'll be showing in a montage, because I kind of prepared for it. Kind of, not fully, but kind of. So yes, here we go. So yeah, the PlayStation 4 is a console, is a box. It's like you can think of it as a set-top box that you could put underneath your TV, and then it could play games. It could play DVDs. It could play, I mean, DVD movies. I mean, and then you could also play Blu-ray, Blu-ray devices. Blu-ray devices. Blu-ray discs,
Discs.
movies on it. And also, you can play Netflix on it. You can do a lot of things with it. It's like a mini computer, but only for your TV. Think of it. Think of it that way. But primarily, the PlayStation 4 is used for gaming, which is actually, most of us here in the panel are using the PS4 4. Yeah, so yeah, yung PS4. This is the old OG PS4 model. But right now, the only PlayStation 4 that you can buy on stores are the PlayStation 4 Slim and the PlayStation 4 Pro. So the PlayStation 4 Slim is actually the similar to the base PlayStation 4 that came out earlier in this generation of consoles. So, yung usually mabibili nyo. It's actually right now around $250. And if you can get discounts, you can actually buy it for $200 on your Amazons, your Targets, right? PS4 Slim. Probably bundled with Spider-Man. Or God of War, perhaps, for that matter. So you can play these. You can play these so-called next-gen games. Ayan. Ano tong game na to? Ba't hindi ko alam tong game na to Killzone! This is Killzone! Fudge, I haven't...
Killzone.
Yeah, I haven't played this one. Oh, wow. Okay. So, sorry na may sarili sa montage. Yeah. So, this is the PlayStation. This is what me, Darren, Joshua, probably, and Anteng as well, are also like playing these days. And Tito Pabs is going to get one. And he also knows that, Tito Pabs also knows that there's a thing called the PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay. Anteng, do you have a PS4 Pro?
I don't. I actually I don't know if the pro. Sorry. The one that I have, like, it was like first generation. When the first generation came out, they didn't have the pro
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
So I don't have the Pro. I got the first gen. So
And you're okay with not diving into the pro bandwagon just yet?
I've been thinking about it just because, like, with recent releases, like Final Fantasy, was it 15, the most recent
Yeah.
one? Is it 15? Yeah, so 15 and Spider-Man. I've noticed that my my PS4 fan is very, very loud. So
Yeah.
I was that's what I was like thinking. I'm like, maybe I should pick up the Pro because I know it probably will be a little bit quieter, or much more quieter than the one that I play with. But yeah, it's been a thought. But now that I'm still debating if I should jump on that wagon and or just wait up for the PS5. But with these new titles coming up, I might have to jump in on a Pro.
Oh wow. Which is actually what I'm thinking. Maybe you should wait up for the PS5 instead.
Because
Because you
have
already have the
uh,
PS4.
yes.
Yeah, I have a PS4, and it's like, not saying like it's broken, like it still works fine, but
But it runs like a
yeah.
jet engine.
yeah, it sounds like a jet, and it's like louder than my TV, and I can't even pay attention to what
Oh
what they're saying.
wow. Okay. Yeah, I know.
I'm
The
like, what
the older models are really really loud. I remember that.
Yeah,
But Tito Pabs is going for the PS4 Pro. I think he's going to get the Death Stranding one. Why am I talking about it as if I'm very sure about it? Anyway, uh, I,
we're making the decisions for him.
yeah, I'm making that decision for him now. Anyway, no, but seriously, I mean the PS4 Pro, he's getting that, and the advantage of that is if you have a 4K TV, which I do, and then you also have one, right? A 4K TV.
I don't.
Oh,
I do want one.
okay, but it's cheaper now, especially on Black Friday, bro.
Yeah,
The sharp
I know,
ones.
I know. Black Friday's dangerous.
I know. I bought a lot last year for Black Friday, but primarily streaming stuff. But anyway, so where was I? If you have a 4K TV, the picture looks great or better on a PS4 Pro than on a PS4, obviously. And sometimes, if you don't even have a 4K TV and you just want to play like on 60 hertz or 60 frames per second, really smooth buttery graphics, you can actually use a PS4 Pro for that, even if you don't have a 4K TV. So that's basically the case. And what
Buttery.
a lot of people are asking, why do we have like a pro and a non-pro version? Especially those that I talk to, whom I ask, do you want to buy a PlayStation 4? And I'd ask them, do you want the pro or the base one? And they're confused because they don't understand why there's a different PlayStation 4 compared to the preconceived PlayStation 4.
Right.
And the reason is this generation is the only generation where we had this mid generation upgrades, which is the Pro, and on the Xbox we have the Xbox One X, and on Nintendo we have the Switch. I kind of want to believe that the Switch is a mid generation update, but anyway, so yeah, so that's that basically for Pro, for like for people who can invest more for gaming, they could buy the Pro, and for people who could who just wants to experience games exclusive on the PlayStation 4, they could get the PlayStation 4. So the slim one. Okay, Enteng, what was the first thing you ever bought after buying the actual hardware?
After buying the
Yes.
PS4, what did I buy? It was the NBA 2K. I can't remember what year it was.
Other
but
than games,
yeah,
what have you bought after the PlayStation 4? I mean, it's obvious. It's
More
obvious to buy games, obviously for the PlayStation 4.
Okay, yeah. So like more controllers because they only came with two, right? So you need more controllers. So yeah. I bought additional two controllers, make sure I had
Additional
four, and
two
then
controllers. Wow.
yeah.
Made sure you had
Additional
four.
two-
Wow.
yeah, I had to make sure I had four because I'm thinking I'm gonna play with my kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
right? And then the charging dock for the controllers, and yeah, that's pretty much it at that point.
Yeah,
so.
and the reason why I asked that is because we're going now to the accessories part, because we're going to the games at the last part of this discussion. But accessories, yes, definitely the first thing that you have to buy on the PlayStation 4 is whether you want to play it with another friend or whether you want to like do other things with the PlayStation 4. So the first things that oh by the way, we have to check comment. Hi, Jack Nicolas is back. Sabi ni Christina Santiago.
Jack
Anong game yan?
Nicholas,
AC?
what's
No,
up?
hindi siya AC. This is called Uncharted, Christina. Hindi mo nalalaro Uncharted, Christina? Uncharted 4? Really awesome games. Ram says, be right back, daming clients daw. Yes. Chapil Sullivan, my PS4 Pro Tito Jopes also sounds like a jet engine. I know. Especially when playing God of War on performance mode. Oh God, it's so loud. But yes, on accessories, you have to buy a thing we call the Dual Shock. I'm actually looking for one, but I forgot that we used that for Overcooked on the other room. But yes, I also have not only 4 controllers. I have, I think, 15 controllers here, Dual Shock, because I collect controllers myself.
Yeah,
So
there,
Damn.
no touch. No touch.
I'm like, do you use all your 15 controllers?
no. That's why there was this
I know
debate.
he doesn't.
Remember when we were talking about Death Stranding, and Darren was saying, okay, I like the controller, I want to use it, and I'm telling Dan, no, you want to stare at it and place it in a pedestal and look at it. Look at
Right,
its
I remember. I
beauty.
remember that. Yeah.
And I kind of have like, I guess, 8 of them, beautiful ones, and like 8 of them. Oh, that's 16. 8 of them, the regular ones, like the black, white, the camo one.
Nice.
I know a friend, which is I don't know if he's watching right now. Roy Ginal for Fortaleza. He's actually the owner of PXP, a PS4, PS3 repair shop here in the Philippines. One of the best.
Nice.
Not that I'm promoting him or whatever, but he has every Dual Shock controller ever launched on the PlayStation 4, and that's around like 70 plus or 80 plus.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I barely like get a small part of it. So, I mean, I only have like 8 collectible controllers compared to his 87 or something. But yeah, so controllers is the first one. If you want to play like co-op games or like the ones that we discussed yesterday, like Overcooked, Fat Princess perhaps, or even Guacamole, you have to buy another controller. Second, that was actually a good thing that Real Enteng came up with, which is the controller chargers. Not
Yeah.
not a lot of people know that you can charge your controller using your phone cables, the mini USB
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
But since a lot of things are now in USB-C, you might actually want to get like a charger for your controller, actually I have 2 of those. The one for the which I will talk about later, the VR one, and the one for the actual controllers for you to slip in and then it just gets charged. Okay, so those are the accessories. So the accessories. What other accessories do you guys use for your PlayStation 4? At least Enteng.
It's just the controllers. I really don't have much anything else.
Do you have that fan?
No, I don't. I don't have the fan. Like where my PlayStation's located is like just right out. Like I guess it's kind of enclosed now, but before it was out in the open, so it's not collecting dust or anything in one certain location. So it's open space, right? That was actually one of my actually that's a point that was one of my concerns when I moved to go into PS4 was I was afraid about overheating because of when I had the Xbox 360, the Red Ring of Deaths because of overheating,
Yeah.
and I actually had to buy the fan, the external the attachable fan to it. I was afraid that
It's
if
gonna
I placed it
happen.
in the wrong spot, it's gonna happen. So yeah, no, I didn't buy the fan, and I haven't really heard much of others having overheating issues without it,
I mean,
to be
same
honest.
here. But since I kind of take care of my stuff, I
Yeah.
did buy fans. The stand fan right now. The PlayStation 4 Pro is currently upright, and it has this stand at the bottom which blows air underneath. so that
Yeah.
it'll help with
The
ventilation.
airflow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me, if for people in the Philippines, you need a fan because it really
Ye-
Oh,
gets
it's
loud.
hot there.
Yeah, it is so hot, and it gets
Right.
way too loud for comfort.
I
Unless
guess
the
I guess that's a good point too. Like since we're seasonal over here, right? So
Mm,
during like the fall and wintertime, it's not much of a problem because it does get pretty cold,
mm.
in the house and such. But in the summertime, I can definitely tell you my PS4 the fan goes like crazy when during hot summers.
Yeah, and the fan really the stand where it has fans underneath, it does really help with ventilation because I do have that loud OG PlayStation model, the Metal
Hmm.
Gear Solid one, the Metal Gear Solid 5 one, and it is really really loud. And it really gets hot quickly, especially with God of War. I remember it like complaining at me in its own terms, complaining at me that it's too hot the internals, and when I touch it, it's really hot. When you actually put your hand behind the PlayStation 4, it's really surprising how hot that thing is. So you really need to have like that kind of ventilation for it to be easier to put in air and push out air for the airflow. Parang ang basag ng English ko ngayon. I have broken English now. Probably because I'm trying to explain how a fan works. But Tito Pabs, coming into buying the PS4, what are you most overwhelmed about buying? The actual unit or the rest of it, of the things around it?
um act- actually dito the things around it perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi syempre we're talking about not just the accessories but the actual games I've been
Mm-hmm.
yearning to play all this time.
Yearning. Wow.
Yearning.
What a
But the word.
what a word. So deep.
Siguro 'yun. Pero ano, well, oo, the actual console din eh kasi syempre 'di ba yung nakita natin yung Death Stranding edition, limited edition.
Yeah.
That is something na you can brag about. Hey, I have this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, that's what I always do in in my channel. When I buy a new game, hey, I have this, and then post it on my page immediately. Not, I mean, that's probably because I know my games and I kind of know how enjoyable they will be, and
Mm.
hopefully the followers also feel the same. But at the same time, yeah, the things around the PlayStation 4 are way more expensive than the actual PlayStation 4. So, and a lot of people, the sad part is that a lot of people buy the PS4 and then they just have it jailbroken and then load games onto it. and that's not how hobbies work, guys.
Mm.
When you try,
I'm guilty for my PSP. I jailbreaked my PSP.
well, a lot of people do jailbreak the PSP now because not a lot of games are readily available on the PlayStation Portable. Like for example, Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions is not available on PlayStation
Yeah.
Network. You also have sorry. What was that Final Fantasy game on the PlayStation Portable? Um,
The one where you're fighting each other, like you fight with characters.
no.
There's
The
like
Cydia is I think it's available on PSN, but the one I was talking about, the one with Zack. I forgot the name. Damn it! I have it. I have it in my library.
You can do it.
Because
You can do it.
You have Dirge of Cerberus on PS2, and then you have, oh my god. Okay, let's check comment. According to comment, do you have elite controllers like the one on the one from Razer? I want to buy one, but I'm not a pro gamer, so I don't need that. I think. Crisis Score, according to Chapil. Thank you, Chapil. You're a lifesaver, Chapil. Yes, Crisis Score.
Crisis Core.
So that's Crisis Core, guys. So Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core is not available on the PlayStation Network, unfortunately. Um, Cecilia Santiago says PS4 is the best. I don't own an Xbox or Switch. Jopes will get a Switch, di ba? No. Anyway, Tito Pabs, di ba? Yeah, so the games are far more expensive than the actual unit itself. So that's how hobbies work. You it's like a lot of people say that having golf as a hobby is is really expensive, and when they start buying like the clubs, the carbon fiber ones, I don't know, the carbon steel ones,
Yep.
and then they complain about the cost. You haven't even started with the club registration. So you have to register on clubs. You have to schedule things.
Right.
There's so much more. Yeah, in a golf concept. Yeah, there's definitely so much more, and it's an investment.
It is, and
It is.
just like gaming. That's the case. Even with tennis, if your hobby is tennis or badminton,
Correct.
you have to.
Ang mahal ng raketa, my gosh.
Mahal yung raketa. The shuttlecock is that word again. Shuttlecock is the shuttlecock is no, it's not really expensive, but it's kind of hassle to buy every time because you keep on ruining it. But then
The things we do.
yeah, the things we do for a hobby, right? And this is my hobby. Gaming is my hobby.
Yun nga dito yung 'di ba nabanggit ko I'm not able I'm not sure what which episode was that. Sabi ko 'di ba hobby, pag may hobby ka, expectin mo nagagastos ka. Kasi walang hobbyng matipid.
Yes, kaya nga hobby.
Pero-
Pwede hobby mo singing. Di kanta ka na lang sa di ba, sa radyo.
Well, pwede. Yes, dito. Pero generally speaking, pag hobby, like this one in front of me, 'di ba? Hobby ko na maglaro ng driving games.
I would imagine
so,
that being like around more than $400, no, Tito Pabs, that the driving
Nung bagong-bago siya dito. Pero I was lucky enough na nabili ko to during Black Friday. My cousin who bought it for me in UK, sabi niya, "Insan, let's wait for Black Friday." Sabi. And my worry was baka maubusan ako. And then ang ending, to cut it short, naghintay ako. You know what? I bought this unit for only 11,000 pesos.
That's around that's sorry. Computing. That's around $210. Yeah.
Yes, dito. Ang dito sa Pilipinas kasi ang presyo nito around 22 to 24
Yeah.
naglalaro doon. So sabi ko, "Oh, yes."
Grabe.
Nice. That's a good score.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And good thing that his rig is PS4 compatible as well.
Yes, I've never been so happy that the wheel I chose was for PC and PS4 and also PS3. So ayun.
Did you know that beforehand before you got it, or is just
Yes. The reason why I went with the PS4 compatible one was because it has more buttons that I can use to map things.
right?
The one for Xbox, the Logitech G29, only is like 8. It has 8 buttons less compared to this one. So I went with this one.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'm actually planning to go for PS4, PS3 back then, but I'm really, really happy that I did.
Yeah, nice. That's a good target. That's good targeting.
nice.
Yeah. I wish I could do the same with this upcoming Black Friday, but anyway. So what else? What else should we talk about? Okay, games. Finally, we can talk about games. Sorry, this kept on playing. Are you?
Where are you now?
Wait, I like that song.
Me too.
Anyway, where's that video? Main video. Hold on. Okay. So I'm gonna refresh this. Sorry. So for the games, okay. Enteng, do you still remember what first game you bought for the PlayStation 4?
It was the NBA 2K, one of the NBA 2K games. I can't remember which year. Just because I'm pretty big on the 2K series. But if it came to I guess exclusive, I think it was Metal Gear Solid. So I loved Metal Gear Solid even all the way
Or?
since NES. Yeah. So
Metal Gear Solid 5. Sorry, I'm sorry.
yeah, sorry, 5, not 4. Sorry, 5. Yeah. So Yeah, Metal Gear would be my first true game next to the NBA series.
Okay, so Metal Gear Solid 5. My first game that I bought on the PlayStation 4 was The Last of Us Remastered because I did research about it really like thoroughly about it. Um and the thing is when I guess it kind of affected me so much. It being my first game on the first game I beat on the PlayStation 4. It kind of affected me so much that I'm still this much of a gamer right now because of The Last of Us Remastered. It was really that good. It was really that beautiful that game. Um, and then during that time, Arkham Knight just got released. Batman
Oh,
Arkham Knight. So that was one of the
Mm-hmm.
first games that I played. But for Tito Pabs, if you're gonna recommend a game for him to buy on day one, what will it be? And thing.
knowing that you like driving games,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, I'd say so far my favorite game would have to be
Oh
Spider-Man.
wow.
If you want to play
Yeah.
Spider, yeah.
I've seen a lot
Spider-Man
of
was
videos. Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man was a phenomenal game.
It is
This
nice.
and the story got me so glued, and I even shedded a tear. No
Oh.
spoilers, but I
Or
shedded a
two.
tear. I shedded a tear, and I could definitely play that game like 100 times over and over again
Yeah.
for sure. So that's my recommendation.
Yeah, the amazing part on with the Spider-Man is it's like I guess it's Sony's best-selling game ever at the moment. I don't know. Best-selling game after Gran Turismo 4 because Gran Turismo is like 20 million
Mm-hmm.
units, and then you have Spider-Man raking in at 16 million right now copies. And I guess the
Wow.
reason for that is not only the gameplay and like the feel of being Spider-Man, but also the story. The story is so independent from all the Marvel things that is happening
Yeah,
around,
it's so
and
good.
it's so good. It really felt like it was written by a Spider-Man author, which is actually is.
Like
Uh,
like there's just there was so much variety to the game. Like even like Easter eggs.
yeah,
You look up the list of Easter eggs that you can find in there, like the Wakanda flag or Doctor Strange's uh the his building. I can't remember. I can't even think of the name of his building. There's all these little things that you can find, and then the one thing in the one feature I really enjoyed in the game, surprisingly, was actually taking selfies throughout the
mm,
game
Like you
as
can
Spider-Man. Yeah,
climb a
like
building and then take a selfie.
yeah, while you're falling off a building, and then you just slow down, and you can edit the picture to make it look really, really cool. So, yeah, just there's just too many things on the list that the Spider-Man game delivered.
yeah. And yeah, so I guess everyone knows already about The Last of Us because we keep on talking about it. We have Horizon Zero Dawn. I also suggest you play that on the PlayStation 4. For your wife and your kid, Frio, Tito Pabs, you also need to play Overcooked. I think
Yeah.
Frio could handle it. I think for you, just don't scold him when he doesn't do things the right way. The way Darren does with Joshua. Okay. Anyway, what else? Enteng, what else? What other games do you want to suggest? A lot of guys here are suggesting Persona 5, but are you a JRPG kind of guy, Tito Pabs?
I'm not really that big dito.
Mm.
Mm. Pero um I know how to appreciate kasi. So when pag na-experience ko, if there's something I experienced and then I liked it, then I'd definitely, I'd definitely dig into it. Sink my teeth into it.
Yeah. And do you know that you could play Final Fantasy 7, the old version, 7, 8, and 9, the old versions. You can play it on the PlayStation 4. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, PlayStation 4. So you can catch up on those as well. Plenty of remastered games like oh, by the way, speaking of remastered games, You have to buy this. I will force you to play this. Shadow of the Colossus. One of the
Yes.
best games ever made.
Oh.
Super. Like
PS2, right? Like when it first
it
came out
first
on
came out on the
PS2, right?
PS2. I played it on the PS2.
Yeah,
Played
that
it on the PS3.
the
Oh god.
that's easily on my like top 10 all-time favorite game. Like out
Damn, I need to save up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Shadow of the Colossus was it's a beautiful game.
Yeah. It's something
Beautiful.
that you need to experience for yourself because it's totally like a different kind of experience. Just like Grand Theft Auto, Auto 5. So a lot of people play a lot of Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation 4, and in fact, the highest the platform where the game gets the highest sale is on the PlayStation 3.
Wow.
Even up to now, because I think when it launched, it was only the PlayStation 3 that the PlayStation 3 version was the top selling version of the game. And the PlayStation 4 is next to it, and then the Xbox 361, and then the Xbox One version. So look at that. What the heck is happening there?
Uh, I guess from us like aside from like your top titles, if you like fighting games and such, I personally I like the UFC games. If you like fighting,
Oh, yeah.
realistic fighting games.
Yeah.
I haven't played the most recent one, but I've watched a lot of gameplay and it looks really clean compared to the old ones I used to play back in the day. Obviously, your Marvel versus Capcom
Yeah.
or the classics or the newer editions, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, a lot of good fighting titles that work with the PS4.
Tekken 7 is also awesome.
Tekken, yeah, jeez, Tekken. There you go. As I was trying to think about it, I'm like, yes, Tekken's like my
Oh, by the way, there's also
Samurai
Samurai Showdown. A lot of people are really liking the Samurai Showdown that just came out from
Oh,
the
yeah.
PlayStation 4. You also have King of Fighters 14. Can you imagine that King of Fighters is already on its 14th iteration? But anyway, the reason why we're rushing all through the games is because we're going to end the stream soon, guys. Any other suggestions from the? Yes, of course, Uncharted series. What am I
The
talking about?
Uncharted series.
You can
yes.
get all the Uncharted games on the PS4 through the Nathan Drake collection, which is Uncharted 1 to 3. It's like Tomb Raider. Oh, so Tomb Raider.
Yeah, the Tomb Raider series is actually really good too.
Yeah, but if you're going to suggest the first 3 games that Tito Pops have to buy, which will that be?
It's Spider-Man for sure. Would be on
Spider-Man.
that list.
That's definitely going to be on my list. Actually, all of the games that you mentioned.
God of
I'll-
War.
Hold on.
God
God
of-
of War,
yeah.
definitely God of War.
Yeah, God of War, Final Fantasy series. Oh man, this list can go on.
I know, right? That's the great thing about the PlayStation 4. You can find really good games everywhere in the PlayStation 4. And that's why it's sad that a lot of people say that there's not much anymore games in the PlayStation 4. They're just not looking at the right places. Me, I'm looking at the indies. I also play a lot of indies from the PlayStation 4. Like that's Gambit. I have it here. I have Rocket League, my favorite ever, Rocket League.
Rocket League's fun.
Rocket League is so fun. I also have the not so big ones like Just Cause. You have
Far Cry.
Far Cry is there,
series.
yes. I have this game that's really good for an arcade driving game called On Rush. You have to play it, Tito Pabs. On Rush, yes. But anyway, yeah, so I guess that's it. For me, the top 3 is going to be Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us, and just for the kicks, just for me to introduce you to JRPG, Final Fantasy 15.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll put that. That's on my top as well too.
Yeah, I love that game, Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
So Tito Pabs, are you ready?
Ready. But I would like to, before we close the show for today, thank you Tito Jopes and thank you Vince. Thank you sa mga nagbigay ng tips regarding PS4, what to buy and what are the things that I need to know. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Sa mga nag-share, nag-like po ng podcast/stream for today. Thank you. At syempre, magkikita-kita tayo, boss. But before that, let's not forget, we would like to thank our brand partners, Rock Gears. Rock Gears is the only gaming gear company in the Philippines with dedicated gaming user interface, research, and development. You can get your gaming gears online by visiting their website at rock.ph or checking their Facebook page at facebook.com/rock.ph. Rock Gears, kalidad, kisig, kasarinlan, and also Electronics Extreme Philippines. From the company that will bring you the new Gunbound Philippines. Electronics Extreme intend to develop the gaming industry continually with new concepts and new technology. They are here for borderless fun and experiences. Check out their website at extreme.co.th. Again, extreme.co.th. Game and Game Express. Game Express is the first and only game store in the Philippines that offer pre-orders with no deposit fee. No more waiting in line. The games you love will come straight to you. Free cash on delivery nationwide. And find them at Facebook by searching Game Express. Ayun na nga, no? Thank you so much. At kami, ang parausan bago magtanghalian. Para sa kalmado at apurado, kami ay magbabalik bukas 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning. Dito lamang sa
Tsongporado!
Bye-bye!
Bye!
Later, guys.
Hey, fellow pirates, come and listen what I say. The captain is a tyrant and I no longer obey. I'm sick of taking orders from the madman in command. So let's drop him on an island and leave him in the sand. Cause it's a mutiny. It's a mutiny. It's a mutiny. And now we're taking over the ship.
Okay, there was a star that we did acknowledge. So sorry, medyo late na kasi mamadali kasi si Tito Pops na magsundo na rin kasi. But let's take countdown. Countdown. Good. According to Classic Lunch, pahabol Pierre Solar din, magandang JRPG. Yes, Pierre Solar. Pierre Solar, I remember got released on the re-released on the Dreamcast. So sana maano rin. Malaro rin Pierre Solar. Pierre Solar is also got released on the PlayStation 4, diba? And thank you everyone, thank you. And we are going to direct you to another streamer, which is going to be wala. Can you suggest, guys? Can you suggest? Well, I'll just. I'm gonna look for a stream. Let's rate na lang Ice Wonderland. Nice one. Si Mango Belsen. Straight Mango. Okay, thank you guys and see you later.